Hi, this is the first video in the Beginner Jazz Guitar Techniques series. Today we're talking about the major scale. So, let's figure out what it sounds like and how to play it. So I'm going to talk about the major scale for a bit. We're going to be playing it in G. Now, this is what the major scale in one octave sounds like. Not played the best, but there you go. So the way you form a major scale in correlation to how many tones or semitones or how many frets you go up is you start on G, you're going to go up a tone, then another tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. If any of you have been to music school or have learned any music theory, this is the first thing you'll learn is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And it's worth knowing that. I would tell you it in frets, but I really don't think that learning the major scale up just one string would do you any good. So I very much recommend learning it within this octave and then eventually moving on to that octave, but this octave will do for now. So you have to remember that. So start on G, so tone, and if you don't know, a tone is 2 frets. A semitone is the smallest increment you can move, which is 1 fret. So that's a semitone, and that's a tone. So it's tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Before we learn how to find the chords of a scale and harmonise it, we need to know how to form chords, major, minor and diminished. There's 2 ways of looking at it in my opinion. There's either knowing that a major chord is a major third and a minor third, or knowing that a minor chord is a minor third and a major third, or you can run the major scale in thirds and find it that way. I definitely say the first is more of a intermediate technique, and the second is definitely a slow way, but it's a surefire way. It means you don't have to learn any combinations of intervals, you can just do it. So, for example, if we wanted to make a G major triad, and we know that all you have to do to make that chord is find a major third and then a minor third. So we find the major third, and then from the B, we do a minor third, and that can be or. Let's sit to this. So we go. But if you don't know your intervals, and you don't know your intervals that well in different positions, then a surefire and slower way to do it is to count up the major scale in thirds. So you just count to 3. 1, 2, 3. You found your major third. Then from the major third, 1, 2, 3. You've just found your minor third. And equally, to make a minor chord, let's say you want to do A minor, which is the 2nd chord in G, we would count in G 1, 2, 3. Now I found your minor third, and to find the major third, 1, 2, 3. Should also be here. So we've now found minor chords. With diminished chords, it's just 2 minor thirds. And the only diminished chord in G is the 7th chord, which is F sharp. So we go 1, 2, 3 to get the first minor interval. Then from A, 1, 2, 3. So now we know how to form different chords in the major scale. Let's harmonise the whole scale into chords. So, now you know how to find your major and minor and diminished chords. Let's talk about what chords are in the major scale. Just like how you have to remember tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, it's kind of just a case of learning the the chords in major scale. And now the way the chords go is major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor, diminished, major. Major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor, diminished, major. This is something you just have to learn. Also, the reason why when I play these chords, I'm not just staying on the E string, is because when you start moving up, you can go as far as you want, and then you get to, on my guitar, I haven't got a cutaway, so to get up on these strings is so tricky. I can probably do it. Not only that, is that when you're playing major scales, you don't want to be going up really high. You want it all to sound smooth and consecutive. You want it. It's okay when you're going up high, when you go up to these top chords. You don't want to be all the way up here. It just creates a nicer, more rounded sound. Now, let's take it a step further. Let's learn how to harmonise these chords into their seventh chords. Instead of having just a major, we have now got a major 7. When it comes to these kind of chords, it's a case of just learning them. And I'm going to tell you how to form major 7s, minor 7s, and dominant 7s. What a major 7 is if you're running the major scale, it's the 7th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when you're playing that G bar chord, what we're doing is we're flattening the root to be that major 7, and we no longer play the 5th. But instead of barring it, we can play like this. So the voicing for this chord is root, and we're playing the 7, the 3rd, and the 5th. And if you're confused of why and where these notes are, the root, the 7th, the 3rd, and the 5th, use your major scale. Just run your major scale and find, if you want to find the 3rd, 1, 2, 3, then you have to find the octave of it, or the 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it might take you a longer, might be as fast as that, but just run your major scale and you will find the chord tones that you're looking for. So, major 7 is that. The next shape, and all the minor are minor 7s. So the next shape is a minor 7. I'm going to play it like this. But you can also play it. Doesn't matter how you play it, as long as you have the minor 7th in it. The way to find the 7 in a minor 7 chord is to, again, run the G major scale and just count to 7, but start it from the root that you're trying to find. So if it's A for the second chord, we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't know this note, which is G, is our 7th note. So if we play A minor, and just play that G. Same thing if you're going up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the same for all the chords, absolutely all of them. So knowing that we have major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor, diminished, major, we know the 7ths, we can go major 7, minor 7, minor 7, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, diminished 7, major 7.